I think for anyone who's really interested in marine mammals, don't lose that thought. But I mean, you have to be you will be challenged, you have to, don't be deterred, but it won't be easy. And I think one of the most important things is to, in sort of one's education, obviously try and get a degree, but of course you don't have to come of it from the field of biology. You can come from a technological field, an engineering field, because there are many things today where you can get into the field of marine mammals. And I think probably the most important thing is to always try and keep a very broad perspective on what you're doing, and to keep abreast of what's happening in the marine field generally, because you can't expect to keep a job forever. And you may sometimes have to make some very quick adjustments in your life. If you want to do a specialization, a master's, a PhD, from my own experience, because this is the way I did it, I think it's better to find a job that with some reasonable security, and do your higher education and your higher degrees through your work. Because the worst thing that can happen is that you do some kind of specialization, and then at the end of it, okay, you've got a fancy degree and a lot of experience with some special subject, but nobody needs this, you know. You'll be disappointed. I've known so many people who get to that stage, in the end they give up and go and do something else. But of course you can try and get back into it. But I would say also that for people coming into the field, even if you are an established scientist, don't ever think that you can have it easy. For example, I had a very secure career most of my life until I moved in 1996 to Denmark. And then they had some big changes in government, where they sacked a lot of people in universities, in government research positions. I mean, thousands of people. And having burnt my bridges in the UK and not being able to go back, I was sort of on a sabbatical basis, I suddenly discovered that I had no job. My job was no longer available in Denmark. And then you have to be very resourceful, I think, and think what you can do. And I knew it would be no use going back to the UK. It would be no use, you're not going to get a specialist job, especially if you're in your 50s. You have to think what you're going to do. So I thought I shall run my own business and stay in Denmark. And I still run that business. But if you're going to do your own business, you better get a good grip of business and know all the things about, you know, is there a market? Do you have the skills? Do you have the resources? Can you do the books, etc., etc.? And, you know, how are you going to get your clients? And if you can manage all that, and you know it's a specialist field that there is a market for, go for it. And I learnt very quickly to diversify, and so I would say, yes, always keep something on the back burner that you can bring forward in case you hit rough times, because at some point in your life you probably will experience that.